All right. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Man FM Radio and 3.7 FM. We are live on radio and on our various social media platforms. So feel free to share your views, participations, and your contributions. I'm going to be joined soon by Moses. My name is Shadwick, and we're going to be looking at suitable ways or how to select a suitable business partner. So I'll be joined in soon by Moses. Today, Stefan is not with us due to other engagements, but I'm sure she's going to be with us in the next coming episode. But today we have Moses who will be joining me soon. I'm sure Moses in the background. But as usual, we get into another episode of accounting and business. And in today's episode, people, we look at something very fundamental, something that most of us have been able to struggle with, or in one way or the other, we've come across this essential and important discussion. How do I select a suitable business partner? Now, this is a question that you will not escape as your business grows. Because as your business begins to grow, you will need to partner with people. We live in the world that is changing every single day. And collaboration is becoming a much more important issue. If you are going to succeed, you must be able to collaborate with other people because collaboration has a lot of beautiful, meaningful benefits. So let's say hi to our audience before we get started, as Moses is joining us soon. I want to say hi to to some of you, our loyal members. Ernest Robert, it's good to see you. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have, of course, Vashi Hash. It's good to see you. All right, Moses is here. Great. Fantastic. So Moses is here. Good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning. Good
Moses.
morning. Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. It's good to have you, Moses. And I was just saying hello to our, members here. Those are the regulars. I was just saying hello. How are you? Just to hear what they are doing. Sifuni, so it's good to see you. So good morning,
Yes.
Moses. I'm happy to have you here with me today.
Yes, happy to have been part of the conversation on today. This is the
Indeed.
very first time, obviously, we are on together today.
Indeed. Fantastic. Fantastic. So we get into the business for the day, Moses. We're looking at how to select a suitable business partner. And we want to hear your views, also the views of the audience on how we can do that. So over to you, Moses.
Okay, all right. So we'll be going into, of course, accounting and business with Mr. Lusambo right on 93.7 Money FM. So for now, do stand by for accounting and business. Keep it locked to money.
All right. So good morning, Sifun. It's good to have you, Sifun. So thank you so much for that. Please, guys, share the video. Invite those who care about. Vash, it's good to have you. NS Robert, it's good to have you. I'm sure I'm also trying to play a jingle for accounting and business. Let me just bring your comments on. But please share this video with those who care about. Let us know and let us hear from you. Looks like we have a problem, Moses, with the jingle, right?
Yes, I do have a technical program. Let me just try to do this so that we go on smooth, and that is going to help us. I think so. A little bit of a technical problem, but this is quite slight, so we will be good to go in a little bit of some minutes or so. So not to worry, Mr. Lusambo, and everyone obviously locks on to money.
All right, it's okay. If the jingle can't be played, we can get right into it. Moses, it's all right. Okay, we can get right into our
Okay, no,
discussion.
no problem. We are good to go now.
Indeed.
And business on Money FM. Learn everything about accounting and business on Money FM with Shadrick Musambo.
Obviously, we are on now, and of course, we are live right on 93.7. It's good to be with you, Mr. Shadlik Lusambo.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, indeed. So it's quite interesting, I should say, and a beautiful day, and could be a time that we get to reflect on different kind of course, conversations right on today. But it's quite interesting on our conversation on today, like you rightly have put it earlier, and yeah, we do apologize with the hiccups here and there, especially where the technical part is concerned. But we are back right live on, of course, Facebook as well as on 93.7 Money FM, and it is accounting and business. And of course, glad to have been joined in, of course, Mr. Shadley Lusambo, right on accounting and business. Remember, he is the resident consultant for accounting and business right on 93.7. Now, our conversation today is centered around selecting a suitable business partner. This is great. And to hear, obviously, of the topic itself and the conversation, I'd say we have a lot to learn on today. The first thing and the first question that I'm looking at is can you obviously briefly explain the importance of selecting a suitable business partner, Mr. Lusambo?
Fantastic, Moses. That's a very good question. So what we have here is that when it comes to selecting a suitable business partner, it's just the same as selecting a marriage mate. So that's a very, very crucial aspect of your business. Partly because if you
Yes.
choose a wrong marriage mate, all your hard work could go in vain. You could lose everything you worked so hard for. So when you are
Mhm.
choosing a suitable business partner, it's crucial that you find a partner who shares the same values as you, the same vision as you, and goals
Mhm.
that bring complementary skills and expertise to the table. Obviously,
Mhm.
I'm a chartered accountant. If I want to choose a partner, I'm not going to go and choose another chartered accountant because I can do what this guy can do. Maybe I'll
Mhm.
need a lawyer. Maybe I'll need a doctor. Maybe I'll need somebody in IT. Maybe I'll need somebody who is a nurse. Somebody who has skills that I do not have, but they complement the work that we do.
Mhm.
So, a good partner should be one who is going to enhance decision making and expand our networks. That's the beauty, Moses, when it comes to collaboration, choosing a business partner. Because if you choose right, you are tapping into the wealth of experience, knowledge, contacts, and other resources that you may not have in this other partner.
Yes.
So it's very
Mhm.
important that when you choose a partner, you choose one who's going to amplify the good things in you. Somebody you can
Yeah.
share the workload with, all right? Somebody's going to increase the
Mhm.
chance of you to succeed and get to the top. So it's very important. We cannot overemphasize the importance of choosing a suitable business partner as your business begins to grow. I think that's what I would like to start with, Moses.
Okay, interesting. And having said that, obviously, could be something that really attaches to everything that we are involved in. So this goes on with the qualities and just the characters. Do you consider essential? What do you just really consider as essential when evaluating a potential business partner? Immediately, you refer obviously to a marriage partner. I think this is very
Yes,
essential. So, how
yes.
do we obviously get to know what are the qualities, the characteristics do you consider as essential when just evaluating a potential business partner?
I like that, Moses. I like that a lot, partly because it's a question that we must answer. Now, when it comes to evaluating a potential business partner, it's essential that we look at some of the essential qualities and characteristics, and one of them could be integrity. You don't want
Yeah.
a partner who's not honest. A partner is going to be involved in bribes because that could dent your name and your reputation. You want a partner who is reliable, just like choosing a marriage mate. You want a marriage mate who is going to be there for you. Trustworthiness is key. You don't want a partner you can't trust. You want a partner with a
Mhm.
strong work ethic, somebody who can tell you when things are not okay in all honesty. You want a partner who embraces effective communication skills because you don't want to be with a partner who can't communicate. All right.
Mhm.
Somebody be holding on to things to come and share at a future date. No, you want somebody who can communicate on time. You want a partner with a
Mhm.
growth mindset, somebody who has relevant experience. Now, this is difficult for most people, most because we want somebody we like. All right.
Yeah.
You don't really have to like them that much, but they need to have complementary skills and they share a vision for the business success. Somebody is going
Mhm.
to amplify your strengths. That's very important. So when evaluating, look for integrity, reliability, trustworthiness, strong work ethic, and communication. I always tell people,
Yeah.
despite all these things I have, qualifications and all that, one of my most valuable asset is that I'm able to communicate. I'm a salesman. Moses, I sell things every single day, and that
Yes.
is my biggest strength. All right. So you need a partner who can also
Mhm.
sell, not somebody who is shy,
Yes.
because people don't want
Mhm.
to do with a shy person. They want somebody who can communicate, who can advertise, who can market the business, and that is fantastic, Moses.
Interesting and well said. So if you're just joining in, it is Accounting and Business right on 93.7, and I'm in conversation with Mr. Shadrick Rusambo right on 93.7. He is the resident consultant for Accounting and Business right on 93.7. So our conversation today is around selecting a suitable business partner, and that's where obviously the conversation is, of course, centered on. Now, to you, Mr. Lusambo,
Yes.
you have obviously talked about the essential part. Now, how do
Yes.
you typically go about identifying potential business partners themselves? What are the strategies or the resources do you rely on as you go about obviously trying to find suitable business partners themselves?
Yes, so while that task may be daunting at times, it's very stressful because, just like a marriage,
Mhm.
you don't know what to expect. When you are dating somebody, they are usually nice to
Yes.
you. All right. It's the campaign period. They are nice to you. They say things you like to hear. They show you a future you love to live. So it's a
Mhm.
daunting task to choose a marriage mate. So it's the same thing with a business partner. All right. Now, even though it's a daunting task, there are other sources we can use. And this may include, for example, attending industry conferences and events. You go to events. Such events, you're more likely to meet similar
Mhm.
mindsets. Networking within professional circles. If there's a lunch date for accountants, if you're an accountant, go and attend. If there are doctors having a doctor's meeting, go and attend. So attending such events may expose you to people with similar mindsets. For example, recently I attended a summit for Zanaco leads, and they made some beautiful contacts. All right. Things I've been wanting
Yeah.
to do that have been lagging behind. I found people with those mindsets, people in IT, people in other areas. So we're able to exchange numbers and begin to constant things together. So a
Yes.
partner should not really be somebody you know from like a childhood friend. No, it should be
Mm.
somebody within the circles who is going to help you amplify your business and yourself. But also, you can leverage online platforms and communities. If you're an accountant, obviously you want to go and look for a partner in the maybe if you're looking for an accountant partner, go to accountants group and look for a partner from there. If you're looking for a doctor, search for a doctors group, look for a partner from there, right? But also you can conduct a thorough market research. Nowadays, Moses, it's not difficult to know about somebody. For example, somebody wants to know what I do professionally, they can simply go to my Facebook page, Shadwick Chartered Accountant. They will search me, they will find me, they are going to go through my posts. They are more likely to see my tone on social media. We all have this tone that we give out. People have got a social media tone. Even when we are interviewing people for a job, Moses, we do go to their social media platform to just check the tone. How do they come out? A tone can give you an idea of who you are dealing with. So conduct thorough market research. Utilize also what is called professional, matchmaking services. There are those agencies that can help you if you can't find one yourself, or you can go and look for a business consultant who can help if you can't find one yourself. But all in all, you don't have to be in a rush because this is a professional marriage. Just like a physical marriage with your partner, it's the same as the professional marriage that you're getting into. If you choose a wrong
Yes.
management in this business, you are done. You're going to sink. They will steal from you. They will stress you. You end up doing more work all the time, covering for the bills all the time. Before you know it, you are sinking in your business. So it's extremely important you are relaxed, you are careful, and you utilize all these resources I've mentioned here.
Mhm. Okay, brilliant and well said, I should say. Follow the proceedings right on Facebook as well. And of course, on 93.7, give in that like, give in that comment. And obviously, we'll be right here. Mr. Shadrick Lusambo will be right here to respond to any question that you have. And of course, any contribution as well is welcome. So all you have to do is check out as well right on the Money FM Facebook page, and of course various channels on online to obviously get to listen to accounting and business as well as on 93.7 Money FM. So it is accounting and business if you're just joining in, and I'm in conversation with Mr. Shadrick Lusambo. He is the resident consultant for accounting and business, right on 93.7. Now, I'm looking at something interesting. Could
Yes.
you describe your process for assessing the compatibility between yourself and your potential business partner? Could you do that?
Yes, I can do that. This is something I've been able to do very well, actually, Moses. Yeah, even when it's come to the podcast I host, when I'm choosing a host, somebody to host with, I look for certain things. For example, the first thing I look for before I bring somebody on board, I look for authenticity. All right. That is
Yeah.
everything. If you choose a fake human being to become your partner, you are going to sink. Authenticity is key. When I was choosing Bupe the mindpreneur, Bupe is a lawyer. She has a page called the mindpreneur to become one of my partners on the podcast. I went as far back as 2 years ago on a Facebook page. I checked for lots of Facebook posts, what she does, what she writes. I wanted to see consistency and authenticity. When I made the call, I said, Bupe, I want you to be my co-host on my podcast. I was very much satisfied with the work I found. So lots of people are in a hurry. Look for authenticity. I saw authenticity in Vupe. I saw how authentic she's been, how consistent she's been with her message. There's something about consistency that speaks volumes than the CV. People would say one thing in the CV but do the opposite in the real world. So I always look for authenticity, right? But also I also engage in open and honest conversations. I have to identify shared values. I looked at Bupe. Bupe loves to share knowledge. Bupe is a teacher. She loves to teach. She's a beautiful instructor. So I looked at all those things about Bupe and I said, wow, these are the things I also like. Then we explore our strengths together and our weaknesses. I looked at what are Bupe's strengths. I am an accountant. Bupe is a lawyer. So if we're going to work together, obviously Bupe brings the wealth of legal aspect to the team. I bring my wealth of accounting knowledge to the team. That will make a stronger team as we begin to discuss. All right. So we reached a point where I had to look at the skills and attributes that align with my core values for my business growth. So additionally, if you are assessing for a partner, for example, for me, I also like to evaluate communication styles, right? Conflict resolution approaches. Those are some of the things that I even did when I was choosing Whoop as my co-host. I looked at what is communication styles, and I'm going to tell you one thing I really liked about Whoop. One day, I was working on something. Whoop had bought some document from, I don't know wherever she bought it from. A very beautiful document. So I liked that Excel sheet, and I was saying, please share this one with me. I'd like to make some modifications, use it for my work. She tells me, no, I can't share it with you. I said, why? She tells me, no, Shadik, when I bought this Excel sheet, the person who sold it to me told me I cannot share it to anyone for free. So I signed a non-disclosure note. And I said, really? But Pupe, we are partners. You can simply share it with me. We use it for her. She says, no, I can't share it with you because I signed somewhere. It's not about being, but it's about keeping my word. And that was the day I said, this is the right person I need to work with because they have a sense of integrity. All right. A man is as good as his word. A woman is as good as her word. So if somebody can keep their word, that person can be trusted. So additionally, I also do evaluation of communication styles, like I already said, conflict resolutions when there's a problem. Sometimes we go on a show with Whoopi and then we disagree on something, but behind the scenes we discuss it. Oh, I think we need to improve on time management. Shadik, you should too much time. Next time, let's do this. Honest conversation. But also we engage in trial projects or collaboration to assess compatibility or practical settings. If we are going to have a show, sometimes we do it behind the scenes. Okay, what can we do? We brainstorm, we share ideas. Okay, I'll talk about this. Honestly. So if you cannot have an honest conversation with this person, don't choose them to become your business partner. They are going to sink you down. So those are some of the few bits and pieces I use personally when it comes to selecting who to work with. I want somebody, all right, whom I can have an honest conversation with. Somebody who is honest enough. Somebody who is going to be able to look at my weaknesses and see how we can amplify the strengths in me. I don't want somebody who's going to amplify my weaknesses. Somebody will be pointing at my faults. No, somebody should be able to amplify my strengths to make me a better person. That's what a partner should do in business. If you are wrong, they should come on board and say, you know what, my friend, this is not the way it should be done. This is wrong. Let's do it this way. Honestly, without making you feel useless or less important.
Yeah.
All right. That's very important. So you should have this connection. All right. This meaningful connection that is going to allow you to engage at that other higher level. That is going to signify, partnership compatibility.
Okay, interesting. keen interest in following the conversation themselves. But if you are having obviously challenge in getting to have a clear voice, we are having some technical difficulties with obviously connectivity here and there, but definitely it is accounting and business right on 93.7, and we do apologize for the breaking sound if you were to get that breaking sound at one point. And of course, we do apologize for that. But stay on to 93.7. And of course, the proceedings live on Facebook as well, right on 93.7. Accounting and Business. I'm in conversation with a resident consultant for accounting and business, right on 93.7. That's Mr. Shadrach Lusambo on 93.7. Now, you touched on something that obviously just got my attention. You tracked back as far as 2 years in trying to establish the experience.
Yes.
What key factors do you consider when evaluating a potential partner's experience and, of course, the expertise in the industry or field of your business as well? I have the interest that you had to take time, obviously, to reflect on 2 years. That's obviously in digging the experience itself. What key factors
Yes.
do you consider? Yeah.
So for me, when evaluating a potential partner's experience and expertise, one of the key factors that I've really liked has got to do with uh, uh, the relevance and depth of their industry knowledge, right? Their track record
Mhm.
of success and accomplishments is very important. For example, when I went to check for Wupe, I assessed Wupe's posts. I looked at Wupe's accomplishments, and Wupe is somebody who's very honest. She had talked about Ziale, life, how she wrote Ziale, how she didn't make it the first time, how she was almost giving up, how she went back. So for me, I loved the fighting spirit. I say, okay, fine. Some people when they fall, they don't get back. Moses, they
Mhm.
quit. All right, they try the first time, they don't make it. The second time they don't make it, they quit. But I saw Wupe shared a story, Aziale's story, how she made it to the bar, how many times she attempted, and I saw that's the kind of person I need, because sometimes in business you're gonna fail. So if you are dealing with a partner who does not have resilience, they are going to sink down with you. So when
Yeah.
evaluating potential partners' experience, I look for relevance and depth of industry knowledge, their track record. Like I told you about Wupe, I went as far as 2 years ago to check her posts. What does she share on a social media platform? I read her content, and I liked the authenticity. She was authentic. She was just sharing her authentic soul with the world, and she was consistent. I said, "This is the person I want to work with. Somebody who's authentic, somebody who's real. I don't want a fake partner." But also the
Mhm.
breadth of their professional network is very important. Their ability to adapt to market trends, all right, their familiarity with industry regulations, and their understanding of customer needs and experience. Those are essential qualities. You need somebody who
Mhm.
understands the customer needs and experiences, because the whole idea of a partnership is for you to benefit financially. So this should be somebody who is familiar with the industry and regulations. All right. They should have an
Yeah.
understanding of the customer needs and expectations. That way, you're going to choose a much more better partner for your business. You don't want a partner who is clueless about your industry. For example, I'm into finance, and I go and somebody who's in modeling comes and chooses me as a partner. I know nothing about modeling. I don't know how to do that. I don't know what happens for you to choose a suitable model. I don't know those things. So if you want to choose me, you should be somebody looking for a wealth of financial experience. All right. Because I'm a financial person, I'm a financial accountant. All right. I'm a certified financial analyst. I do investments and financial planning. Those are my areas of things. I analyze risk assessment. I do risk monitoring and control. Those are my things. If you want somebody to help with risk strategy, then I'm your guy. But it's modeling, no, I'm not. I have no experience in that. So it's a very important that the partner has relevant understanding of customer needs and industry trends at that particular point in time.
Okay, interesting. So if you're just joining in, you heard it for yourself. The conversation right on accounting and business right on 93.7. And I'm in conversation with Mr. Shadrach Lusambo. He is a resident consultant for accounting and business. Now, I like the depth that you obviously range in, especially in selecting a partner themselves and the experience that you have just brought in. How important is it to assess the potential business partner's financial stability and resources themselves? What specific aspects do you look for in this area?
That's a beautiful question, Moses. And I'm going to start it with this. People, please stop asking for financial advice from your broke friends. And this
Yeah.
is not something people really like, Moses, but it's the fact. All right. It's like you go
Mhm.
to a marriage counselor who is divorced. I mean, they are divorced. All right. I can't even say much about that. They are divorced.
Yeah.
So assessing a potential partner's financial stability and resources is very crucial if you're going to succeed, because this ensures they can contribute their fair share to the business. You don't want a partner who depends on you for everything. If I'm going to be into a partnership with you, I have to know your financial means as well. So I need to understand if you're going to come through for me when I need you. All right. Partnership
Yeah.
is an issue of give and take. So I personally evaluate factors such as their creditworthiness. Are you in any form of debt? I want to know if you're owing people, because if you're owing people, to be affecting your mentality. People who are in debt, Moses, don't think straight when it's come to financial decisions, because they base their decision on where they can get the quickest money fast to pay the debts. So I want to know, are you in debt? I want to know your liquidity. Do you have any savings? What is it? What is your approach to savings? Do you have any investments? Do you have any existing financial obligations that need your immediate attention? Because if they have a lot of financial obligations, they have a lower credit worthiness, they are more likely to misuse business money to settle their personal debt. I want to understand the access to capital or funding sources. If we had a problem, do you have people right now in your phone, Moses? I can say, Moses, if you look at your phone book today and you have a 20,000 kwacha problem, who can you call to give it to you today? I want to ask that question. I don't want a partner who has an expensive phone with cheap contacts. I don't want that. I want a partner who has a phone that has variable contacts. That's the whole idea of partnership. I want to tap into your network. You tap into my network so that we exchange those variable contacts. If we have a problem, who can we call? It's not about who you know, like people say. It's about who knows you. So I'm asking my partner who knows you, who can come through for you if we have this problem. It's very important. And these are some of the things when choosing a management, people should be able to consider. All right. Consider somebody's credit worthiness, liquidity, existing financial obligations, how access to capital funding. Can they access if you needed this today? You have an opportunity to invest today. Can they come through the 20,000 to put a 20 you have before you invest? Can they do that? All right. I want to assess their willingness to disclose financial information transparently with me, because I'm going to share my financial issues with this person. Okay, fine, I have this business. Here's what I've been able to raise in the past 2 years. I've worked for so much. I have this amount of money, and I'm looking for this. So we have this project. If we work together on this, we can put so much. I put so much. We share this one. We're having an honest financial discussion. This is transparent and honest. It's the same with a marriage mate, a husband to a wife. You want to understand their financial, muscle, their financial goals. You want to understand, do they have any debt? It's very important also for business before you choose a business partner. But most people overlook. You choose a partner who says they like you, but they have very cheap contacts. You can't tap into their contacts and bring out meaningful results. That's not what I do. So those are my tips, Moses, for choosing, assessing my partner's financial muscle, because I know if I don't assess their financial muscle, it's going to have a toll on our business together. That's just true, Moses. Indeed. So, guys, those are some of the few bits. And you tell us what you think. Share your views and your contribution. Very soon, open the phone line so you can ask the challenges you've had when it comes to choosing a successful business partner. So, how do you go about choosing a suitable business partner? I've just shared my comments and my views with you, and we'll be happy to hear your contributions and your views. Right? What do you do? And when I say don't ask for financial advice from your broke friends, we're not belittling anybody. We're just being honest. All right? If you're going to ask you're going to look for a mentor should be somebody who is succeeding in what you want to become, not somebody who is failing at what you want to become. That's not the way you choose a good mentor. So choose a mentor who is going to mentor you to become better, somebody succeeding at what you want to become. I don't want to go to my broke friend and ask financial advice. They're going to give me a broke advice. All right, they're going to make me go broke. So ask from people who've made it, people who've succeeded, people who've been resilient enough to overcome those challenges. That way, it's going to be easier for you to come up with a better partner. And the other issue I wanted to comment on here, as we wait for Moses to come through, all right, is how to ensure that the potential business partner shares the same values, vision, and long-term goals for the business, not with you, but for the business. All right, that's a very also important aspect if you're choosing a business partner. So now you're supposed to ensure alignment in values. If you're choosing a business partner, what are their core values? What is their vision? What are their long-term goals? All right. For example, for me, I like to engage into deeper depth discussions about our core values, our business philosophies, our aspirations. I want to know, what are your aspirations? It is just the same as choosing somebody to marry. You want to know what are their aspirations. All right.
Have
You want to know that.
everything that definitely you need by the end of the day. So it's all the interest, and it is something that definitely gives you a chance to realize who is your best partner and how much obviously is needed to be done before you even go right ahead. So talking about financial stability, very important because you are going into business. So as he said, and of course he obviously looked at it in depth as well and explained in, of course, a more lengthy thought, especially when you talk about partnership. Yeah, think about that relationship. This is something that definitely needs, of course, some thought by the end of the day. So, if you are looking for that business partner, it's more of obviously going into a marriage or a relationship. So, how much of a relationship and what will be the bearing out of that relationship that definitely will be coming in each and every day? So, you need to look into that and, of course, consider by the end of the day. The conversation is around how to select a suitable business partner. And of course, the
Indeed.
conversation is on accounting and business right on 93.7 Money FM. And I'm in conversation with Mr. Shadrach Lusambo right on 93.7 Money FM. Remember, he is the resident consultant for accounting and business right on 93.7. So that's even better because you can follow the proceedings live on Facebook. And of course, you can follow the proceedings right on 93.7 Money FM. Remember, these are conversations that definitely would help to you be part of the business world altogether, especially selecting those partners each and every day. So it's huge conversation and gives you a chance and happy time to be part in all areas, especially where your business is concerned. Trust the experience.
Indeed.
So how you go find that experience, how you going to track about experience. You did touch on that, and you need it, do you? So you need it by the end of the day. So you need to know how much of your partner experience do they have around that business, and that is something that is going to add value by the end of the day and diversify around and make sure that we get to be part in conversation, be part in financial talks, be part in decision making, be part in everything that definitely we need by the end of the day as we get to be part. So it talks about much relation. When you think about it, especially when experience comes in, could be more relating to the field of expertise one
Yes.
is or the field of business they are in. So you'll need someone who understands the field very well. You will need someone who knows the field very well, and you will need someone who can be able to get rid of the loopholes or to get rid of the up downs, get rid of the turn downs that may arise, especially when you talk about a business partner by the end of the day. So the conversation is around obviously selecting a suitable business partner. And the conversation is on, of course, accounting in business with Mr. Shadrick Lusambo right on 93.7 Money FM. So, how to select a suitable business partner. Each and every day, you could be thinking on how you want to do that, and definitely how you are going to do it by the end of the day. It is you to make those decisions, but decisions need obviously to be scrutinized. So decisions will come at a cost, decision will come at a thought. And that thought could be around obviously establishing around experience, could be around obviously the field, could be around the market, could be around the best niche in terms of how depth obviously your partner knows that particular field of the business. So it could be ranging diverse, and definitely Mr. Shadwick Lusambo did mention of that right on 93.7. And it's always better that we get to be involved each and every day and get to share in as well each and every day as we obviously be part of 93.7. So we just have some poor connectivity, and of course, looking forward to see on how we
I'm
can
here.
bring
I
back
can
Mr.
see you.
Shadrick Lusambo right
I'm
on
here with you.
accounting and business on 93.7 Money FM. And this
I
is
can see you.
what is transpiring right now. So having trouble to
Guys,
connect
can you see me?
and of course get to
Can you
continue
hear
with
me?
Mr.
I'm not
Shadrick
sure why.
Lusambo right
But
on
I'm here. I can see.
93.7 Money FM.
Someone give me a
So
comment if you can see
it
me.
is is quite interesting to be obviously part of the conversations themselves right on 93.7. So let's see in minutes if we are able to connect with Mr. Shadrach Lusambo and of course get to carry on, especially where accounting and business is concerned, right on 93.7 Money FM. So if you're just joining in, welcome on board wherever you are, whatever you're
Moses,
doing, and
I'm
whatever
right
you
here.
are
I can see
involved
you.
in, you are welcome on board.
Guys,
And
give me
you
a comment if you
tuned
can hear
into
me, if you can see me.
93.7 Money FM. Before we obviously break in connectivity or connection, the conversation is around how to select a suitable partner for your business. Each and every day could be something that reckons on your mind. And of course, we would want to have diverse information and knowledge on how we are going to do
Somebody
it.
give me a
But
comment
at
if you
the end
can
of the
see
day,
me.
it
I'm
is just
right
that
here. Moses can't
interest
see me.
each and every time. So let's see on the other side. And of course, if we can get to connect
Moses,
or
I'm here.
reconnect with
I
Mr.
can see you.
Shadrach Lusambo. Do not touch that down.
I
Keep it
can see
locked
you.
to money. And of course, this is 90s Money FM. So the interest is around.
All right. Looks like Moses has lost connection. Guys, can you see me?
Okay. Are you able
Moses,
to
I'm
get
here. I
me?
can see you. Yes,
Okay.
the whole time.
If we are below time, obviously. Let's see if we are obviously having some secure connections, and we get to wrap it up on the other side.
I can see you
And
the whole time. I can
are you
hear
able
you
to get
clearly.
me, Mr. Lusambo?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now I'm getting you clearly, at least much better, much stable. We're in due time, obviously, but let's see on the other side on how we're going to wrap it up and, of course, close it in terms of accounting and business. You were on, of course, talking about around the field, I should say, and how to just go about it, which is something interesting. So in our close, we should obviously be closing at the same time. In our close, what do you have to say, especially when we talk about selecting a suitable business partner?
All right. So, like I said earlier, Moses, that when choosing a suitable business partner, there are a few things that you must consider. And I was just sharing.
Mhm.
I think you have a problem with from your end. We can hear you the whole time you've been talking. We can see you the
Yes.
whole time and we can hear the whole time. We
Mhm.
also want to allow our viewers to just give us the calls to just ask. I'm sure we have about 16 minutes before 12 because we're in that 12. So
Yeah.
we're going to
Yeah.
just allow our viewers to give us their calls and their contributions before we reach 12 hours. But anyway, I was saying earlier that it's also very crucial that you ensure that your business partner shares the same values with you, because if they
Mhm.
don't, you may sink. Right. And one of the things I wanted us to just also comment was that there are some steps that persons have taken to evaluate my potential partner's communication and conflict resolution skills. All right. For example, when it's come to their experience, or whether if they say they are an accountant, they say they are a lawyer, they say they are a nurse, can you do some background check on them, on their credentials? Because some people on Facebook, we have a lot of Facebook experts. I see people say, Moses, that wealth coach. This guy is not wealthy, all right? But he has put on Facebook page wealth coach. You have one car and you're a wealth coach. Are you seeing? So it's very, very important to do some background check. When somebody says wealth coach, can you check their net worth to see if really they are wealthy? Because I don't want to go to a coach who says the wealth coach, he just has one car. One car which is simply bought and there's a wealth
As
coach. No.
we obviously
All
have
right.
Mr.
That's not how it's
Shadrach
supposed to go.
Lusambo right on 93.7. Mr. Lusambo,
Yes.
are you able to get me now?
Yes, we can. I can hear you loud and clear. Guys, please give us a comment. Can you hear me? Is it my end with a problem? Can you hear me? Somebody give us a comment, just to be sure.
Um, we're having a challenge in terms of getting you clear. The sound from the end is obviously not coming out clear.
People, give us a comment. Can you hear me, please? Just to make sure it's not from my end. Can somebody hear me? Give me a comment, please. Can you hear me? Somebody give us a comment,
Okay.
please. Can you hear me? Because I can hear
Okay.
you very clearly,
So
Moses.
I'm hardly getting you. We're having obviously a sound that is coming with the feed, so now hardly getting you. And that maybe we get some feedback from someone listening out there. If you're able to get us, give us a call 077-1616290 and 0967-865040. That's 077-1616290. And of course, 0967-8650. Are you able to get us clear? And of course, sometimes could be something that I get from the other end, but you are able to get us clear. Get to give us a call on 077-16290 and of course 096786540, and let us know how you are getting the sound. Are you able to get me now, Mr. Lusambo?
Yes, the whole time I've been able to hear you. The whole time. I can hear you the whole time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the sound that I'm getting from you is a little bit distorted, so I'm hardly getting you, and
All right.
this should be the sound that is being transmitted. So I don't know if you are getting me clearly. I think this is around our connectivity. We have a poor connection. Maybe we have a poor connection. But are you able? Can you say something right?
I can hear you very clearly the whole time. The whole time I can hear you very clearly the whole time.
Hello? Mr. Lusambo.
Yes, I can hear you the whole time.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So 077-1616290 and of course 096786540. So let's get to pick this call and of course let's hear what they have to say.
Yes.
Okay, you are through to 93.7.
Sorry, this is Daniel.
Daniel, you are through to 93.7.
Yes, let me just.
Okay, Daniel came
Daniel.
through, and of course, we seem to have lost that call. Daniel, you can call back again on 077-1616290 and of course 096786540. Give us obviously feedback how much you're getting us. Are you getting us clear, or we still having that problem to your end? Of course, we have a couple of messages obviously coming in, but are you able to obviously?
Yes.
Did you
yes,
able to get? Yeah. Were you able to get Daniel?
Yes, I can hear everything clearly, Moses. It appears you are the one with the problem. I can hear you clearly.
Oh, great.
I can hear you very clearly. Yes.
Okay, great. So Daniel, you can call back 077-1616290 and of course 096786540. So those are the two lines, and you can call on those two lines, and we will be able to pick your call, and Mr. Shadrach Lusambo will be able to respond to your question. But definitely, how are you getting us, and of course, are you receiving that reception? But obviously the echo sound is coming from your side. I think it's due to poor connectivity, Mr. Lusambo. We carry on, and of course, we do have Mr. Matthews Mubanga says, how do you know that my partner is debt-free? How do you just know that? That's a question obviously coming in.
All right. So when it's come to knowing whether your partner is debt-free, the thing that, like we said earlier, you cannot guess. We said have an honest conversation with them. Ask them, do you owe anybody? Ask them, because you don't want to go and stressing behind the scenes. You want to ask your partner. Ask them, do you have any financial obligations right now that you must attend to as soon as possible? They need to be open enough to tell the truth. Ask them. You don't have to guess that they are debt-free or not. Ask them, what is your financial muscle like? Any financial obligation that you have right now that I should know about?
Okay,
that's very important.
I'm a chip in, obviously. I'm a chip in right there. I think we have a call. Let's get to hear what obviously the caller has to say. You are through to 93.7.
This is Daniel once again.
Okay, Daniel, good to have you back.
Yeah, so I can hear both here, Mr. Lusambo.
Okay.
They're both loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just wanted to ask, how about interest? Like, well, there are times whereby someone doesn't know some things, but he's interested in learning that thing. Can it be one of, in as much as you said, no, you probably want someone who is experienced as a business partner, but how about that person is really interested in learning what the business is all about, and they like do their research and all that, but they just they just have that interest with them.
Okay. All right, that's okay. Okay, so when it's come to interest, all right, somebody who is interested is different from somebody who is committed. There's a difference. A lot of people are interested in wanting to be better. We have a lot of people right now. If you go, you look at in the markets who have a lot of interest in wanting to become better people, wanting to become business owners. A lot of people have got interests. So having an interest is not the same as having a commitment. Commitment is different from interest. Today you may be interested, tomorrow you are not. So when looking for a partner, you're not looking for interest. A lot of people today would be interested in getting married to you. They would be interested in being your friends. They would be interested in working with you. But very few people will commit to that vision. So when looking for a business partner, I don't look for interest because interest fades with time. I look for commitment. Somebody's going to be committed to ensuring that we work together, we have those results. So looking for interest may slow you down because people would have interest today, tomorrow they are not. It's like you see a beautiful woman today, you are interested. Tomorrow you see them no longer interested because interest fades. So when choosing for a business partner, look for somebody who's willing to commit. That's the key word, commitment. Because commitment is everything. Commitment means taking action. Somebody will be willing to go an extra mile for the business, for the betterment of the business, not just somebody who has interest. Lots of people are interested in you as a woman, as a man, all right, as a person, but very few people will be willing to commit through thin and thick. Very few people will be there. So look for commitment, not interest.
Okay, indeed. So that obviously goes to Daniel.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Indeed. Okay, indeed. So this is quite interesting. I feel you were still obviously responding to, of course, to Mr. Matthews Mubanga there, who wanted obviously to know how do you just know that my partner is debt free? Someone might lie, and obviously you fall under that trap. Maybe a clear thought on that to Mr. Matthews Mubanga. As well, if you have any question or you would want to contribute, and of course ask Mr. Shadrack Lusambo, you can call on 077-1616290 and 0967 0967-865040. Those are the two lines that you come through right on 93.7. As well, you can drop in your text messages. As well, you can leave your message on Facebook, and we'll be able to at least give them or read them. And of course, Mr. Lusambo will be able to respond to them. How do you know that my partner is debt free from Matthews Mubanga? They would want to know that.
You ask them. You ask them, like we said, ask them if they have any financial obligations. Do you have any loan right now? Do you owe people? Or do you have something you need to sort out as soon as possible? Any financial obligations, ask them. If they lie to you, it's okay. The most important thing that you asked, ask them, partly because you want to know if they are highly indebted, they may be affecting your business. Like somebody who has a gambling problem. Somebody who always want to go to do baller bet. I wouldn't go into a partnership with such a person, all right? People who do gambling, they are, that thing is very addictive. They are willing to walk on foot or to stay without food, but they go and do betting. That's not the partner you want to associate with. Somebody who's into gambling. No, people who are into gambling more often than not are lazy people. They don't want to take action. They want to sit on a silver platter and expect money to flow in their bank account on a silver platter. So that's not a very good mentality. I want somebody who can commit, somebody who can do the work, somebody who can go an extra mile, not somebody who wants to do gambling. All right. So ask them questions. Find out what are their money weaknesses. Have an honest conversation with them, because they're trying to build a partnership that is based on honesty and integrity, not based on feelings, emotions, or right. You want to have a sober mind when assessing a partner, just like a marriage mate. If you choose wrong, you are in for it. You are stuck. Indeed.
Okay, interesting. That's the voice of Mr. Of course, Shadrack Lusambo, right on Accounting and Business, right on 93.7. So you can squeeze in your thought and, of course, ask that query, and Mr. Shadrack Lusambo will be able to respond to you wherever you are listening to, and, of course, if you are just joining in as well. So now, Daniel Sakala, should presume, obviously, Daniel, the other Daniel. We see that he is asking questions. How about interest? Can it be one of the things one should look for by the end of the day? This is a quite interesting query, Mr. Lusambo.
Yes, like we said earlier, I think interest is a bad thing to look for in a partner. Why I say so, a lot of people are interested, like I said earlier, to work with you. If you're a good-looking young lady, you have lots of men interested in you. But very few people will be willing to commit, all right? So you look for commitment, not interest, because interest may fade. There will be an obstacle, the interest is disappeared. But it is commitment that will make you go an extra mile. It is commitment to make you sacrifice your resources. It is commitment that will bring forth positive results. So don't look for interest, look for commitment.
Okay, that's quite straightforward. Look for commitment.
Yes.
And of course, don't look for interest. That's brilliant.
Yes.
So that answers your question, Daniel. And of course, call 077-161-6290. And if you're around Facebook, you can see obviously the number right on the screen. And of course, if you're following right on 93.7 Money FM, you can call 077-161-6290, or you can call on 0967-865-040. You can obviously call on those two lines and you'll be able to, I guess, to respond to you as well. So it's good to know that, Judy, you are obviously locked onto 93.7 and following the proceedings as well. And of course, we value your commitment. And of course, I see Abisalom as well and Aaron as well. And of course, Elastius Kabwe. Good to see that you are following on to 93.7 via Facebook as well. You can, and Olipa, you've been consistent. And of course, you say it is true. It's very important to choose a partner in the same field altogether. I think that's a great response, Mr. Lusambo. Maybe an add-on question, obviously. Sometimes would you consider obviously bringing someone who is of course not in your area or in your field to be your partner?
Yes, like I said earlier, for example, being an accountant, I want to partner with somebody who is not an accountant because I don't know everything. I'm cognizant of the fact that there are certain things I need that I do not know. I know the financial aspect of business, all right, and I know a bit of legal aspect because I've done corporate and business law. But I also need somebody who can amplify my strengths in business. If I'm going to partner with you, you don't have to be an accountant to work with me. You could be a teacher. You could be an IT specialist. You could be a salesman like myself. You could be a lawyer, a doctor, but you should have some things that are going to amplify my strengths. And I should have some things to amplify your strengths. So a partnership is a two-way thing. I should not be benefiting alone while you're not benefiting. That means you've chosen a wrong partner. If you're going to choose me as your partner, I should benefit just as much as you are benefiting. You should benefit just as much as I'm. I don't want to benefit alone from your expertise when you don't benefit from mine. No.
Yeah.
You understand? So it should be a two-way thing where both partners are able to benefit from each other's wealth of knowledge, experience, and contacts, and share resources, experiences, skills, competencies. We should both benefit from each other, not just one way around. It's the same thing in a relationship. You love this woman more than she does. She'll leave you soon when she finds someone she feels good about. So don't want that. You want somebody who also feels you as much as you feel them. That's very important.
Interesting. So 077-161-6290 and of course 0967-865-040. I can obviously squeeze that one last call, and of course we can hear from you as Mr. Shadley Lusambo will be right here to obviously respond to your query. Remember, selecting that business partner. How do you just go about it? How do you just go about selecting that business partner? So it's not just a business partner, but a suitable business partner altogether. So Judy, learning something special. So as you say, good to know that you're locked on as well. And of course, good that you're following the proceedings right on 93.7 Money FM. Now, the interest to look at selecting obviously the business partner. How do you ensure ongoing communication and collaboration with your business partner to ensure alignment and success by the end of the day? I think this is something that everybody might start good and they start complaining later on and say, we have a problem. But how do you ensure ongoing communication and collaboration with your business partner, ensure that alignment and success is flowing ever and ever as you're proceeding around your business?
So that's a very good question, and I think it's important, but because without collaboration, communication, the relationship is dead. I think every relationship, Moses, for it to succeed, you need to communicate and collaborate. Now, collaboration is key. It's better than competition because when you collaborate with others, you tap into a wealth of experience and, of course, knowledge, contacts. So how do you ensure you collaborate? For you to collaborate, you must be somebody who works in harmony with other people. You cannot collaborate with a proud person. For collaboration to work, you must be humble enough to accept your weaknesses, all right, so that you can do things someone else's way. Even when sometimes you may think yours is the best way, because that way you're going to learn other ways of doing things. So you cannot collaborate if you always want to be the one to call the shots. Be willing to compromise so that you can work together with someone else. All right, learn from them, see their point of view, and then you can give your reasoned opinion later once you've seen what they wanted to say. Don't always cut them off. That way, we want to foster collaboration. Once you collaborate, it's going to foster innovation, right, and creativity, because now you're going to brainstorm things together. You're going to point out the do's and the don'ts together. So that way, it's a good way of working together. But if you want to be the Mr. I know it or Mr. I know it all, you will never collaborate with anybody. So to ensure that, you must be willing to compromise.
Okay, interesting. So the apologies will be around the poor connectivity that we have experienced, but obviously could be, of course, a great execution of accounting and business. Now, great advice. This is coming from Angela Banda. Good to know that you're locked on to 93.7. And of course, you're following the proceedings right on Facebook as well. We'll still accommodate that one last call if you can make it on 077-1616290 and of course 0967-865040. That will be brilliant to hear from you. And Mr. Shadrack Lusambo will be right here to answer your query, especially as you're planning to at least select those partners. If you're around Facebook, it is all right on the screens, and of course you could just dial that number. As we are obviously going for a conclusion, and of course it's where accounting business is concerned, I want to get this from your experience. What are some of the most common challenges or pitfalls that arise in business partnership? How do you mitigate or overcome these challenges themselves? I know there should be a lot of pitfalls that you have experienced.
Yes, I think one of the challenges has got to do with culture, all right? Because sometimes you find that, you are working with somebody from a different, it's just like a marriage. Sometimes people lie to you not because they don't respect you. Sometimes people lie to you because that's how they were brought up by their parents. It's not your fault. Maybe their dad used to lie a lot. Maybe their mom used to lie a lot. They grew up with a bunch of lies in the home. So they lie to you every single day because that's what they know how. That's what they were taught to do. So sometimes culture may be a problem in a partnership, just like in a relationship. Somebody's always lying, even over simple things. They can't be honest about it. That's how they have been brought up. All right. So sometimes you have to understand that somebody's coming from a different background. I wasn't there the past 30 years of their lives. I've just met them today, this year. So I'm getting to know them this year. I don't expect them to behave in a certain way or to do things the way I should do things. So what has helped me to overcome those challenges, to understand one important fact here, Moses, it's not up to me to determine how people should behave, all right? But it's up to me to ensure to work together for the common goal of the business. How they behave is their business, all right? But how they behave towards the business is our business together. We're supposed to make sure we reach a common goal, all right? So culture is a challenge for most people. It's coming from, let's say you're in private sector, for example, then somebody is in the government where there's specialization. In public sector, you're a visitor. So today you're on a show at 10 a.m. Tomorrow you are 17. You're a visitor. In government, usually people work. If you're a cleaner, all you do is cleaning. If you are, you do inventory, all you do is inventory count. You're a stores manager, all you do is count stock. All right. So that also may become a problem if you collaborate with such a person, because they have a culture where they're coming from. They have a certain way of doing things. So it's supposed to marry those two cultures. So sometimes it poses a difference, right? Where you are marrying those two cultures. And there are people who are very good, but they can't decide on their own because maybe they worked under someone for too long, where everything they have to do, they have to consult. They can't decide. They always have to call, should we do this? Even when it's the better of doing things. So when it comes to decision making, they are a bit slow. That also can affect a partnership. But these are things we can work on together. They're not very much difficult things. But culture has been the biggest problem for me as well. Somebody comes from a medical field, somebody's a lawyer, I'm into finance. We look at things in a very different way. So to marry our cultures, my finance culture, their legal culture, their medical culture, it becomes a challenge in most cases. But eventually, if you work together, you find the common ground, you're able to flourish and succeed in your business as partners.
Okay, awesome. So that's Mr. Shadrack Lusambo right on 93.7. And of course, Counting Your Business, it is with Mr. Shadrack Lusambo on 93.7. He is the resident consultant. Time not the best friend, I should say, but it's always awesome to have this conversation right on 93.7. Important topic there, and of course Jude is still locked on, and of course I should see Olipa is still locked on to 93.7. But we have to say our bye-byes. What would be your concluding remarks on today's conversation?
My last thought is that if you're going to choose a partner for your business, please make sure you choose a suitable partner. Because choosing a business partner is just like choosing a marriage mate. If you choose wrong, you're going to be in for it. All your efforts could go in vain. So make sure you're not in a hurry. evaluate their financial obligations, evaluate their commitment, evaluate their experience, evaluate their qualification. Also go to their social media platform to check their social tone. Those can give you ideas into who you are going to go to bed with.
Okay, interesting. Obviously, it's been a good show, and many thanks, obviously, to be part of the conversation right on 93.7.
Indeed, sure. Thank you so very much.
Yes, so to everyone who made it possible to be a part of the conversation, be it on Facebook, be it on 93.7, and of course, everyone who did manage to bring in their text messages or even their voice calls, we say many thank you. And of course, do make it a dare to be part of the conversation each and every, of course, Tuesday, right on 93.7 Money FM. So the conversation still continues on the next episode. This has been Accounting and Business, and I was in conversation with the resident consultant for Accounting and Business, talking about Mr. Shadrack Lusambo. Many thanks, and of course, stay tuned to 93.7.
Indeed, sure. Thank you.